Hello guys, I am Risen Arvedan. Today I will teach you about derivatives. We will find out the derivative of a function. So let's start with constant. The derivative of any constant is always equals to 0. This. So for example, the derivative of the constant 5 is always equals to 0. And the derivative of negative 7 is also equals to 0. In case you are wondering what is a derivative is a function that gives you the slope at some x value. So for let's say if function of 8, if we will graph this function, the function of 8, the f of x is equals to 8. If we will graph this function, it will become a straight line. So it will become this line. If we will find the slope of function of 8, it will be go for the region of here. So if for example it is y equals 8. So what is the value of a straight line? It is m equals 0. And so if we will find the slope of this function, it is f(x) is f prime equals 0. So it will become the derivative of f of x is equals to f prime of x. But how can we find the derivative of a monomial? Like, for example, this one, derivative of x squared. For this problem, we will gonna use power rule. Power rule is a rule that is uses for finding the derivative of a monomial. It will be the derivative of a variable raised to a constant. So it will become n times n raised to minus 1. Like, so the n of this function is all we know is 2. So it will become n equals 2. So that x squared is equals to 2x raised to 2 minus 1 is equals to 2x powered to 1. It will become 2x. That is the answer. So now we will solve more kind of this problem. So we will use the same rule. It is the derivative of x raised to is equals to nx raised to n minus 1. So first, we will solve the derivative of x cubed. Then next is the derivative of x fourth. Next is derivative of x raised to the 5th power. So first of all, we will solve this x cubed. So the derivative of x cubed is x cubed equals to 3x cubed minus 1 is equals to 3x squared. So we will copy its value, then minus 1. Next is x to the 4th power is equals to 4x raised to 4 minus 1 is equals to 4x cubed. Oh, we forgot to box the answer. Next is, what is the derivative of x raised to the 5th power? It is 5x raised to 5 minus 1 is equals to 5x raised to the 4th power. That is how we use power rule. Next is, how do we solve a constant followed by a variable? So for this problem, it is like the derivative of 4x raised to the 7th power. But how do we do that? We will use the constant multiple rule. So this rule is used to solving constant multiple functions. So the derivative of the constant times f of x is equals to constant the derivative times the derivative of f of x. So this is the constant and this is the variable. So this is the derivative of, we will substitute. The constant is 4. The variable is x to the power of 7. This is the constant and this is the variable. So we will solve it by 4 times the derivative of x to the power of 7. We will transform these two. 4 times 7 times raised to the power of 7 minus 1 is equals to 4 times 7 raised to 6. So we will multiply this 4 times 7. It is equals to 28. So the answer here is 28x to the 6th power. That is the answer. So now, we will solve using the constant multiple rule. We will solve two items. The derivative of 8x raised to the 4th power and the derivative of 5x raised to the 6th power. So the first one first. The derivative of 8x raised to the 4th power is equals to 8 times the derivative of x to the 4th power. So 8 times the derivative of x to the 4th power is equals to 8 times 4x to the 3rd power. So it is equals to 8 times 4 equals to 32 times 32x cubed. 32x cubed. That is the answer. The last one is the derivative of 5x to the 6th power is equals to 5 the derivative of x raised to the 6th power. It is equals to 5 times 6x raised to the 5th power. So 5 times 6 is equals to 30x raised to the 5th power. So that is the answer. So that's all guys. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Bye-bye.